Mavididi from 12 yards. It's Mavididi who finds the corner. Leicester on their way again. Steppy Mavididi. Hermanson direct, it comes to Fatawu, into Daka who could score. He does score. Left-hand side here, they have another chance with Mavididi making room. Steppy Mavididi, 3-0! Oh, Leicester are turning on the style now. Through to Ndidi on the right, in off the post, and Leicester City have a 4-0 lead. A smile wide across the face of Enzo Maresca as Wilfred Ndidi sends kisses up to the stands.
Well, that 3 points against Plymouth at the weekend made it 16 wins from 20 at the start of this remarkable championship season for Leicester City. Right, before we get into introducing our guest this evening, those eagle-eyed viewers will notice a certain somebody sat on the sofa alongside Ewan Roberts. That means he isn't in tonight's starting 11. Enzo Maresca has confirmed there are a number of players missing through injury tonight, including Kasey McAteer. So this is the Leicester City starting 11. It's 2 changes from that victory over Plymouth. In come Ricardo, of course, returning after serving that suspension, as well as Connor Cody, out go Chowdhury and Justin. It's Hermanson in goal, Fass, Vestergaard, Cody and Ricardo, with Winks, Dewsbury Hall and Ndidi, that familiar trio in midfield, with Mavididi and Fatawu in behind Pats and Daka. He hadn't played, but he only played 1 minute of championship football before Saturday, but got a goal and an assist, and he's back in the starting 11 again. On the bench, it's Ward, Stolarczyk, Justin, Cassidy, Chowdhury, Pratt, Cannon, Maswinise and Ben Nelson. From a Millwall point of view, they've got a much better away record than they do at home. In fact, their home record is amongst the worst in the division. Joe Edwards, new manager, relatively new manager. This is his 6th game in charge. He makes 5 changes to the side that lost 1-0 at Cardiff at the weekend. It's Sarkic in goal, Wallace, Harding, Cooper and Leonard across the back 4. Honeyman, Campbell, Saville and Norton Cuffy, with Bradshaw and Duncan Watmore, the 2 strikers, in what we think will be a 4-4-2 formation. Well, that's both of tonight's team news. Our team news in the studio is Ewan Roberts, alongside a man that's had a sparkling start to career and life as a senior footballer here with Leicester City. Well, we'll see those goals in a minute. But Kasey, welcome along. I promise you we're going to embarrass you a little bit by looking at some of your best moments of the season. But firstly, let's just introduce you, say hello, and it's great to have you here. Obviously, not great for you because obviously you're injured. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that? Yeah,
so obviously I came back from my hamstring injury a few weeks back after doing it away at Blackburn, which was a very tough one to take, being in mind the run I was on, which I felt like I was in good form. But unfortunately, I've come back and I've had a little tweak to it again. Not too serious, but it's something that's holding me back from playing. But yeah, hopefully I can just get back out on the grass as soon as possible, but make sure I'm back 100%, and that's what I'll aim to do.
And get back to doing exactly what we just teed up a little moment ago. Let's take a look back at the best bits of Kasey McAteer's breakthrough season.
Quickly into Iheanacho, who's in the penalty area, dummy to player back heel, then chips a ball to the far post. McAteer is there. Leicester score. Leicester lead. Kasey McAteer, his first goal for the club. It's over the defender. It's Kasey McAteer. Couldn't quite bring it under control. Left-handed. Oh, he's got it under control now.
Leicester are in for 2. Fantastic goal. Finished off gloriously by Kasey McAteer.
And Dewsbury Hall, clever touch. Dewsbury Hall, can he finish it? 2-0, no flag. of all brilliance in Kasey McAteer. Leicester's top scorer has delivered another goal inside the first 2 minutes of this game at the Kop end of the ground.
Yes, it's been a brilliant start to the season, Kasey. Congratulations, but I suppose that adds to the frustration that, unfortunately, you are sat here rather than out warming up for the game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, every young lad wants to play football, especially with a good start to the season that I've had personally. It's not where I want to be right now, but it's part and parcel of the game, the professional game at the end of the day. So I need to recover well, get myself back out there, and hopefully, like you see there, I can get back to where I left off.
And good evening, of course, to you,
How are you,
Ewan.
Dan?
We've not forgotten former Leicester striker as well, Ewan Roberts, with us. And yeah, seeing those goals back, you were marvelling and praising him during that VT, some of the touches.
What impresses me, Kasey, is when the player's coming down the left-hand side, you're not one of these wingers that just stands on the right-hand side. Mm-hmm. You're in the right area to do the hardest part, put the ball in the back of the net. And I mean, I feel your frustration because you were absolutely flying. We spoke about it earlier, five goals in 5 games, including that one at Anfield, which I know you personally enjoyed. And then you do that hamstring, and it was a bad one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was obviously, as people would have seen, I was going through, on goal after just coming on recently in the game, and then I've just felt a massive shooting pain in the back of my right hamstring, which was obviously, like I keep saying, a massive setback for me myself. But something now I need to get right and make sure when I get back out there I'm 100%, and hopefully I can leave where I left off with them goals and helping the team get the points that we need. And
that is the thing with hamstrings. You've got to get them 100% right, because hamstring calves, not that I was ever quick enough to pull those in. Does the manager sort of give you personal targets, sort of goals or assists?
Yeah, not that I've had a personal chat with him about it, but I know he is massive on that, especially from these attacking players. You mentioned there about wingers not always staying wide and coming inside. He's massive on arriving second post, opposite winger. You'll see in all of our games, you'll see Steffi, Abdul arriving late back post. So it's not just something that I've added to my game, it's what the gaffer wants everyone to add into their games who are wide players. I think Abdul's goal the other week at Sheffield Wednesday away, where he's arrived late at the back post, we was really happy with that as a goal, as a team. It's something we are working on, and we want to score more goals from them areas. So yeah, it's not just one thing that's happening for me, it's happening for all the wingers, and we need to just keep that going now, and hopefully we get more goals.
Yeah, that's actually where you first came, didn't it? Away at Rotherham, and it was an important game, I think the second away game of the season, and yeah, arriving at the back post with the header, that's pretty much exactly then what Enzo Maresca has been asking you to do.
Yeah, he praised me after it, to be fair, for getting in that position. Yeah, like you'll see here, I've made a run and then I've checked back, and I've got the advantage on the defender, which is, when you're a defender and you've got someone coming over the top of you, it's not what you really want. And to be honest, I couldn't really miss. If I missed from there, there'd be a bit of a problem. But, it was, a great feeling. Obviously, it being my first goal as well. It was an amazing feeling. So, but like I say, just keep getting them in them positions as a wide player. And hopefully them goals will keep going up in the tally ranks.
I mean, the only reason I asked if the manager sort of put demands or gave the wingers, the centre forwards, a personal target. I remember when I was a young lad at Watford under Graham Taylor, and he gave both wingers a target of between 7 and 10 goals in those areas where Kasey arrives so often. But then you still got to have that composure, the coolness to sort of keep your head. I mean, the finish against Southampton was magnificent, because the ball's arrived at you quickly, 2 quick touches. The second one is an absolute beautiful finish. Yeah,
but it's something we worked on all week prior to the Southampton game. We knew that their left fullback would be really high. We knew there was spacing behind from their left fullback and their left centre half. And the way the gaffer wants us to press, he wanted me to stay in the middle for them obviously to see that space open up on the counter attack. And then, like you say, a good first touch and a second touch to slot it away.
Good first touch, great second touch.
Yeah, better second touch. But yeah, like you can see on the screen now, the gap was just so big. And like I keep saying every time I see it, what a perfectly weighted ball from Key.
Yeah, great ball.
So good, and hopefully, I did take my finish well. So it's a positive from me.
You can see in your celebration, well, in both the goals we've seen so far, we'll get through them all, but every time you score, I assume it must mean absolutely everything to you.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's all I wanted to do since I was a young boy walking into Beaver Drive. You know, when you first see the dome and you start training, and I've been here now for 14 years. It's my boyhood club, the club I love, the club I support, and to be playing for the club that I've been at all my life as well, it's so special, and it's always me wanting to give that one bit more for the fans, because I've been that fan sitting in the stands. I've been to so many games before. I've been a ball boy at the club. Like it's my club, so I do want to give that bit back to the club that they've gave me all over these years.
Problem is, you've not done it here yet, have you? No, I think Power Stadium had that moment to celebrate with him.
No, I had a few chances against Watford, I think it was, and I couldn't put them away, but I'm waiting for that patiently. I think when that comes, it'll be a very special moment, for sure.
And what would it, I mean, as you say, you've been at the football club since you were 8 years of age. You've had some unbelievable ups, 1 or 2 downs, like last year, obviously. What would it mean for you yourself? I mean, you've said you're a Leicester boy, you're a Leicester fan. What would it mean for you at the end of the season if you've scored the goals and to help the team get back to the Premier League where it should be?
I think it'll be amazing. But I do keep saying that it is about taking game by game.
Yeah.
We can't think too far into the future. We need to keep going. There's so many more games, and teams, like the manager keeps saying, they want to put that bit extra to beat us because we're Leicester, and people think we deserve to be in the Premier League. But as a reality now, we are in the Championship, but we've got to do everything we can to get out of the Championship. That's the ultimate goal. So like I say, if I can keep helping the team in any way, shape or form, whether that being on the pitch or tonight off the pitch, with my support towards them, I'll do that, and hopefully we can get to where we want to be at the end of the season.
Yeah, you've obviously been in the dressing room already this evening. As soon as you're done with us, in about 10 minutes or so, you'll go back down there. And do you just offer, is it words of wisdom? What is it, just being there, just listening?
Yeah, just being there to support the boys. Obviously every home game, while I've been injured, I've been here so far, while I've been injured. It's just about getting around the boys and giving them the best of luck, telling them that to do the same again as the last game really, which obviously we won. So yeah, just giving some words of wisdom, like you say, and hopefully they can take it out there, and I'm sure they'll get the job done tonight. Well, I hope so anyway.
I do think it's that spirit, that togetherness. It's not just the starting 11. It's not just the squad that are involved tonight. It is everybody. You're going to need everybody if you're going to finish in the top 2, and it's great to see.
Yeah, definitely. I think on that note as well, the manager's so big on that, about us all being together and all of us being one. And I feel like this season, from my personal perspective, I can see that there's a real togetherness in the change room, on and off the pitch. We're all working really hard. We're pushing each other. There's a lot of competition for places in the side as well, which is always good, healthy competition. So yeah, that's something that we are really good on at the moment, and that's drove by the manager, drove by us players, and something we need to keep on going.
I suppose there's incentive as well coming from the games last night. Leeds United losing, that means a win tonight for Leicester would not only put them top above Ipswich, but it would put them 11 clear of third place. So it's they know, you know, how important every game is.
Yeah, every game, we can't take it lightly. We never do. The manager's so big on that as well. Every game's going to have different challenges, and hopefully every week we can keep picking up the 3 points that we need. Because in this league, as you can see, it's so tight there between the playoff position and third place and stuff. We don't want to be dropping down there. We want to keep our noses in front at the top, and that's what we're going to aim for. Yeah.
Well, I've got to say, after those back-to-back defeats, the reaction's been brilliant. Was it 10 points from the next 4 games?
Yeah.
So if there's any doubt, if those teams, that your Southamptons, your West Broms, your Leeds, that the wheels were coming off, I think it's another great statement from the lads to win those points, just to keep that gap between themselves and the teams in 3rd and 4th and 5th.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we had that little blip away at where was it? We had the draw away at Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, away at Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough, yeah, we got beat away at Middlesbrough, sorry, which was obviously not a good one to take, considering we thought we did enough to win the game. We just couldn't score on the day, and sometimes you get them days. But yeah, like you say, we just need to keep our noses in front, going into every game, believing that we're going to get the 3 points.
I mean, that is a championship. Sorry.
No problem. Believing we're going to get the 3 points, and we do go into every game thinking we're going to get the 3 points, and that's the confidence that we have. And we just need to keep that going.
And to be fair, you have done that 9 times out of 10 this season,
yeah,
haven't you?
We've had a few blips, like I say, but on the whole, we've had a really good season. But we're watching Ipswich closely behind us. Obviously, they're top as it stands for now, and yeah, hopefully after tonight we'll go back to where we've been.
And I saw a statistic last night, and over the years, 26 wins has been enough for teams to go up in the top 2. 16 down, 10 to go.
Yeah, we can't. Like I say, there's no point looking at what we've done now. It's all the past, and we just need to keep going. 3 points is massive every game, and it could be the difference between being first or second or wherever we may be. But no, like I keep saying, we're aiming for that top spot. We believe we should be in that top spot come May, and hopefully by then we can all celebrate together.
And obviously tonight's game is, well, not the start, I guess you could argue. Saturday was the start of the festive period, really. And lots of games, obviously unfortunate that we don't know when you might be back, but missing certainly this game. It's an important period, and it's a period where teams can pick up points if they can go on a little bit of a run. Yeah,
the gaffer said that as well. It's the festive periods, a lot of games, a lot of football, a lot of minutes to be played. And touching back on the needing everyone as well, you need a big dressing room. Yeah. A lot of rotation will be made. You see the other night when Patson's came in and done a great job. You know, he's got a goal, he's got an assist, and he's not been the one who's been playing so much. But it just shows that we do need everyone, and especially in this festive period where there's going to be so many games and so many points up for grabs.
He's hugely popular, Patson, isn't he? It would have been. I mean, it must have been great for you all seeing him and getting that goal and the assist the other night.
Yeah, Patson's great. You know, he's always got a smile on his face, always bubbly, always chatty, even though he hasn't been playing. And like I say, you see him at the weekend, you wouldn't have thought that because the way he played, he was magnificent, and with a goal and an assist as well. Yeah, and I think you'll tell by his celebration in the clip coming up, he was happy with that one, which we all were.
It made me laugh because I listened to the commentary. The commentator went, half the team went to Patson to celebrate, and half went to Hermansen, who put that unbelievable ball through. But once again, it's a great finish. He's sort of giving the goalkeeper the eyes, got to put it to his left.
And the move in general has been amazing. There's been this, we've been working on this for a while, with the winger coming inside, and obviously on this occasion, Abdul's got on the end of it and slipped through Patson, and yeah, he's tucked it away very neatly. So it's good to see them things that are coming off on the training pitch onto a match day, and hopefully we can keep that up.
Right, we've looked at a couple of your goals already. Rotherham away, we saw the first one. The second one was even better, wasn't it? And that was actually in the stage of the season that it was, as we've said, the second away game with about 5 minutes to go. This is a vital goal. Yeah, it was a big goal and a big moment in the game. I thought I'd kill myself with the first touch, but luckily I fought it back onto my left, and I thought, why not have a shot? And luckily it's gone in the net, and yeah, that was a magnificent feeling to get the winner in a tough game. In front of that away end. In front of the away end, and then after the game, just seeing the fans all happy with something to go home to smile about. So yeah, it's stuff like that you really dream of. As like I say, as a Leicester boy, as a Leicester fan, yeah, it was great moment.
Have you always been a right winger, or have you played as centre forward?
No, originally I've grown up playing in the centre mid role,
right.
And then I moved out to wing back or right back, and just this season the gaffer's put me in the right winger position, and I feel like I'm learning every day by him when I'm fit, and hopefully I can be repaying him with some goals and assists and hard on legs and running in the team. So it's not somewhere I've played in the past, but it's somewhere I feel like I've learnt the position coming through the academy and learning where to play in all different positions and stuff. So
the only reason I ask is you put yourself in areas where centre forwards would normally put themselves, do you know what I mean? And the composure that you showed with your goals is a centre forward's composure.
Yeah, I think it's just from the manager this season, having one-on-one chats with me, the clips that he shows us attacking players, and it's something we can see on a regular basis. You know, we can look at our games, we can look at training whenever we want to, and I feel like it's just about learning, and I feel like I've picked up a lot of stuff in a short space of time. So hopefully, as the months go on, I can keep learning and keep getting better game by game.
We've got 2 more goals to get through. We'll go for the easy one first and save your favourite till
None are easy, Dan.
No?
None are easy. You've still got to put them away.
I think if you're going to look at it, it'd be the Norwich one away at Carrow Road. I missed a chance not too soon before that with a header that I thought I should have put away, and I thought, oh no, I've killed my chance of getting on the score sheet here. But yeah, in this one, you see, I've had to just hold my run and kept my nerve right at the vital moment, and just tapped it in with a little. I don't know what I'm doing there. Don't know what I'm doing there. Ignore that bit. But yeah, that's probably the easiest one so far. But yeah, they're always good when it's just free tapping at the back post, ain't it? And just onside, I think.
I just love that. I'm going to go. I'm going to just.
I was just on.
Did you know Kasey Kiernan was going to pass?
I didn't, to be honest. I thought if he would have shot, I wouldn't have blamed him. He'd have probably scored, knowing Kiernan. But yeah, I'm so glad he sweared it to me there. And like I say, it wasn't really the hardest of chances, but someone had to keep my nerve out and just make sure I just tapped it in, and yeah, got the.
You take your eye off the ball.
Yeah.
I've
seen it happen, to be fair. Yeah, it's been happened, but
missed a lot worse than that, believe you me.
But you, on your debut, you missed an open net for a hat trick,
did,
which I like to remind you of that.
At Filbert Street, from the hat trick as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
From 3 yards out, impossible.
Yeah,
over
really.
the bar.
It happens. I've seen. Yeah, it's happened, ain't it? I've seen it happen before.
Right, the best till last then, or certainly your favourite till last. It came in the Carabao Cup then at Anfield against Liverpool. Talk us through your feeling. Talk us through the goal.
Yeah, I think it being so soon in the game, at such a well-known arena in Anfield, against a top team.
Cop end.
The Cop end. It was just what dreams were made of. It's something you see, you know, some of the best players in the world doing it on this stage, and to do it for this club at that moment in the game at the Cop end, it was surreal, a surreal feeling. I think you can tell by my celebration, I didn't really go mad because I thought I'd just scored at Anfield. It was crazy. But yeah, like I said, that's definitely my favourite one. But yeah, it was good, very, very good. I
No
can't really sum it
chicken
up.
celebration.
No, I didn't want to do that. I knew my respect. I knew where I was. I thought I better just keep it to the T. And that was it. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, there must have been some feeling, and really, and again, we've touching upon the frustrations of the injury, the fact that Kasey was having such a good season.
But once again, it's one of those. You're the furthest blue shirt forward, and it's easy just to go that split second too early. But once again, you've stayed sort of in line with the last defender when the ball and it was it Eunice who played the ball?
Yeah,
I mean, it's a great ball. Once again, it's a really cool finish.
Yeah, I think on that one as well, I was running straight at the time, and I thought if I keep running, I'm going to run myself offside. If you see it the last bit, I'd sort of just bend my run a tiny bit, just a little bit, and managed to keep myself onside. And the pass was weighted so beautifully, I didn't even need to take a touch. It was a perfect ball, and I saw the left corner open up, and just slotted it away. So it was it's fantastic.
And I asked you that. I said, was Rotherham your favourite moment of the season? Thinking it might have been. It was pretty good.
It was close,
but
yeah.
But that one's up there for you because of, like you said,
because
everything.
Of where it was and who it was against. Yeah, definitely, 100%.
I'm wary that I feel like we could sit here and talk to you for the whole of our pre-match build-up, but we'll let you go very shortly. Obviously, just quick word on the game. We've already talked about not being complacent in any games, but a chance to go top again. 11 clear of third. Against the Millwall side, they've got some decent results on the road already this season. Yeah,
like I say, no game's easy in this league, especially, like I say, us being Leicester City. Everyone will come here and want to beat us and give that extra bit more. But I know the boys will be up for it tonight. I've already been down there tonight, and I've heard that it's a chance for us to go back top. So that's our motivation tonight, to keep them wins ticking over every week. And we'll be definitely up for it tonight. But like you say, they can pose a threat with their away form. But it's about us nullifying that threat, and we've got a good game plan behind us that will look to put them there on the head and get the 3 points.
I mean, when you think back to Saturday, Leeds early kick-off, they go to Blackburn, they win there. There's added pressure before Saturday's game, but probably the best performance at the King Power, 4 goals against Plymouth. Seen Leeds lose last night, and that's the only carrot you want, I think, as a player. That you've got a chance if you win the 3 points tonight, you go back to the top of the table, and that gap between yourself and third. It's even bigger. That's all the carrot you need, I think.
Yeah, huge motivation, definitely, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Kasey. You do want to stay, don't you?
Of course, there's lots of warm in it. I'll stay up here, yeah.
Thank you very much for coming on.
No
Best
problem.
of luck with getting back to full
Thank
fitness.
you.
We can't wait to be hopefully speaking to you at the end of the season, looking through loads of more goals
I hope so.
in
That's
your
the
debut
plan.
season. Brilliant, Kasey.
That's
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
As you very nicely segued, talking about that game at the weekend against Plymouth, a fantastic 4-0 win here at King Power Stadium.
Leicester on their way again. MATCHDAY. MATCHDAY touched it inside here towards Dewsbury Hall. MATCHDAY again, edge of the area, and he goes down inside the box, and Leicester City have a penalty. It's MATCHDAY who finds the corner. Leicester on their way again. MATCHDAY. Players up to his right. Still MATCHDAY, slots it through. Fatamu's through, across goal, and missed by Wilfred Ndidi. Extraordinary. Plymouth has suddenly got numbers forward as Fast has to get back in behind. And right on the left-hand side, he's through here for Plymouth. Hits it straight at Hermansen and behind off the chest of Chowdhury.
To watch at times, but you've just got to keep digging out and grinding out results.
Hermansen direct, it comes to Fatamu, into Daka, who could score. He does score! 3 Leicester's intricate passing around the back and into midfield. It was Route 1 football that delivered the goal. Half the team celebrate with Daka, but several of them go to Mads Hermansen as well. And on the left-hand side here, they have another chance with Mavididi making room. Steffi Mavididi, 3-0! Oh, Leicester are turning on the style now. 2 goals in the opening 6.5 minutes of the second half. And surely another 3 points well on their way here at King Power Stadium. Chowdhury onto an edge of the area, he was clipped, but carrying on here is Daka, through to Ndidi on the right, in off the post, and Leicester City have a 4-0 lead. Oh, what a start to this second half it's been.
Yes, that made it 16 wins from a possible 20 at the start of this championship season. This game this evening against Millwall is available for absolutely everybody to watch. So if you enjoyed watching those goals back, you can hopefully watch loads more goals this evening on a stream. It is available in the UK, also available worldwide, of course. If you scan that QR code in the bottom right of the corner there, that will take you exactly where you need to go. And it's £10 to watch all of the game, including our build-up now as well. We've got Jerry Taggart on co-commentary duty as well for you. If that's not everything you need to
well,
spend
for tenner in itself, isn't it?
then you can watch the full game this evening, where hopefully Leicester can make it 17 wins at the start of this season, and we're still in mid-December. Welcome along, Matt Elliott, former Leicester City defender. He needs no introduction, but
bit of a
I feel like
disappointing.
we'd rather have Kasey in here.
Yeah, disappointing replacement, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
I've got to admit that myself, but could have been worse. Could have been tagged. Like I say, it's worth £10. Even better, hopefully not see tags, just hear him.
Cold.
Yeah, freezing and chattering teeth and everything. So
you obviously were out in the green room, if you like, Matt.
I heard
while
bits,
Kasey was in here, fantastic talker. You and
Yeah,
sat
he loved it,
alongside him, and great to hear from him. And just such a shame with the injury again.
yeah, frustrating for him first and foremost, isn't it? But he seems old enough and wise enough, even at his tender age, to sort of realise that things will come round for him. He seems ahead of his years, doesn't he? In a number of ways. One, how he plays his game. Two, how he operates in this arena as well. I mean,
Better than you already.
well, I'm not making comparisons, mate. That's for other people to do. But I'm just suggesting that for his age, for him to just relax, isn't he? And confident in what he's saying in a nice way, and that reflects on how he plays as well. He's confident, but in the right manner. And he's right to be confident because he's got lots of attributes. One of the best ones is his application, how he applies himself at a young age, and he understands what he's got to do. From what I can gather, what his role is in the team, and he's not high maintenance or anything, and it's many attributes, and he's got a lot going for him.
He'll probably have been frustrated again watching the game at the weekend. You and the goals flying in, a couple for Steffi Mavididi as well, actually, and winning that penalty. We'll move on to away from Kasey onto that game now. And brilliant from Mavididi, wasn't it, for the first goal to win the penalty and then to tuck it away.
I mean, it was a magnificent bit of skill, and I can't believe that the Plymouth defenders had the audacity to suggest that it wasn't a penalty. I mean, it's quite clearly contact. I mean, the goalkeeper does well, goes the right way, gets a hand to it, but I just think the power that Mavididi got in his penalty. But this was a great finish, And I don't know if this was a tactic that Leicester had used on more than one occasion against Plymouth. Jerry sort of alluded to it that they'd used it more than once.
Yeah, well, Daka was coming short.
Because they were quite high, were they?
Yeah, they were coming short and sort of like one of the centre halves. So they were getting dragged around a little bit. They were going right in with, with Daka. And at times it was Ndidi or Dewsbury Hall making runs in behind. But other times it was Daka just like check and spin. And how he got in, because that must have been, I don't know, fourth or fifth time they tried it, at least, wasn't it? Sometimes the ball was delivered, other times it wasn't. But in that instance, I mean, it's a great ball from Hermansen, don't get me wrong. Although, element of doubt as to whether it was meant for Daka or for Fasawu. But whichever way, he got a good purchase on it. But you shouldn't really be getting sliced open like that.
No.
From a defensive point of view, you're fuming. But Leicester have caused the mistake.
We'll hear from Enzo Maresca in just a moment, but we'll remind those of you that are joining us of tonight's team news. He's made 2 changes. Maybe one of the question marks would have been, would it be Daka again? Would it be Tom Cannon after his debut coming off the bench in the week? But it is Daka that he's gone for. Ricardo comes back in after serving his suspension. About right, Matt? Do you agree with that?
Yes, pretty much. That I think right now, certainly with the injuries as they are, mind you saying that it with James Justin, whatever, they're probably, I don't know, perhaps a play him left back. You know, it's fine lines, isn't it? Really, because Leicester have got
managing Justin's minutes, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're probably still wary, as they are with Ricardo, of his injury record. So that would be looked at as was explained by Liam Moore at the weekend. Getting in the red zone and the dark zone and wherever else it is, play zone or whatever. But no, it's all relevant, isn't it? Because the analysts will perhaps advise with Justin with the big period coming up as well. But Daka, I've nailed on. Start again. There's no way he's fatigued after his effort. He only played just over an hour at the weekend. Just to reiterate, Daka again in this league, I ain't got a problem with at all. I think he'll be as lethal as any other.
I mean, we've seen that back four once before, haven't we? Things away at Sheffield Wednesday. And I'm not sure if it quite worked with Fass as a left back. Obviously, we're at home tonight against a side that we should be beating. I agree. I mean, Patson had to start after his performance for an hour. The goal that he scored, his movement was magnificent, caused all sorts of problems. And as I said, it's against a side that, even though their away record is decent, it's a team that Leicester should be beating.
Right, let's hear from the Leicester City manager then, Enzo Maresca. It was 3 points at the weekend against Plymouth. He'll be hoping for another 3 points tonight. And he was asked about getting victories during this busy Christmas festive period.
As you said, we have an important amount of the games in the next 2-3 weeks. And winning game, I think, is the most important thing in this moment. And tomorrow we have one more game at home that for sure will be a complicated game. But as we said, in this moment, it's important not only for us, for every team, to try to win games and to reach after Rotterdam game, that is just 23 games, to try to have the maximum points we have.
How much importance do you put on momentum over this period of time over Christmas? Because everyone always talks about it, that because there's so many games that it's a really important time. But I wonder, as a manager, whether you put as much importance on that or how you see that.
No, for sure. It's. I already said the other day. It's a tricky moment, a tricky month, because it's December, Christmas, many games. You can have some players that with the cold, ill. So it's delicate month. But for me, the only way to focus is to think about next game, and then the next, and then the next, because with this amount of game, it's impossible to think in the next 3 games, 4 games, 5 games. It's impossible. So focus on tomorrow, and then from tomorrow night, we're gonna be focused in the next one.
You could be the first team in Championship history to get more than 50 points after 21 games if you were able to win tomorrow night. What do you make of that stat, and how good a start this has been for your side?
Probably one more, because at the beginning of the season we already reached some record. But as I said at the beginning, I will tell the same. They're going to be more important if at the end of the season we reach our target. Otherwise, it's just something not important for us.
Millwall tomorrow evening, Enzo. What's your analysis of their game and what you're going to expect?
Yeah, they just changed manager 5-6 games ago. You can see that they are trying something different. The only doubt that we always have is if the way they're gonna come here. We saw the other day Plymouth, that was a team probably one of the lowest team in terms of high pressing. They come here and they try to make high pressing. So tomorrow, I don't know. The only thing I can say that they are with the new manager. They are trying to do something different. They are trying to change a little bit the style, but I don't know how they come. In any case, as we said, if they're gonna come like last game, we're gonna try to find more solution in behind, like happened the other day. And otherwise, we're gonna try to be patient, be clinical, take the chance when we have a chance, and try to win the game.
That was Enzo Maresca there, speaking to the press ahead of this championship game with Millwall. Obviously, we heard from Kasey himself, from basically inside the dressing room. We've heard then from Enzo Maresca that they're not taking any game lightly. It doesn't matter if you're playing a side that are, well, in tonight's case, 2 points above the relegation zone.
And I like that, Dan. Yeah, you know, it's easy to get ahead of yourself at times and start looking a little bit further down the line. You know, we always said after the two back-to-back defeats that on paper they're absolutely winnable games coming up, and the lads have gone out and done that, apart from Sheffield Wednesday, of course. But all you can do is focus on the next game, the job in hand. Make sure you get 3 points, no excuses. Keep that points tally churning over and keep opening that gap between yourselves and Leeds in third.
Yeah, just focus, like you said, it's just game to game, isn't it? And see where things develop, really. You can sit there and analyse it and go, right, we got a good chance tonight, and Ipswich got a difficult game, and Norwich have got a losable game, and that if we win tonight, it's going to look rosy for us, and we're going to have a 7-point gap here, there, and whatever. And if buts, maybes, they don't know, and then before you know it, you fall flat on your face a little bit, or you come unstuck. So it's literally, it's like Enzo Maresca's talking there about, creating records and whatever. And where Leicester are at the moment, there'll always be some sort of record that's getting achieved, whether it's internally as a club or an individual, or externally in the whole dimensions of the championship itself. It's, like you said, it's irrelevant, isn't it? If they don't get promotion, what do those records mean? They mean nothing. So ultimately, it's just like plod on, be consistent, be dogged, and carry on pretty much as they are, because they ain't doing too bad.
No, absolutely. You both have won promotions from this division, as has the man on co-commentary duty for us this evening. Good evening to you, Jerry Taggart. Both you and Matt have been catching up with an old pal, haven't you, this evening, one of your former teammates?
Yes, we have indeed. Good evening, chaps. Just catching up with Arne Gunnlaugson, who's over here making a documentary, I'd assume, about his glittering career, which obviously Leicester City was a part of it. Not so glittering as Leicester City career, unfortunately, dogged by injuries, but great to see Arne. Really, really nice guy, and he's doing really well in Iceland as a manager, so fair play to him.
Yeah, what sort of things was he chatting to you about? Was it about the team ethos here in the dressing room that you guys had back then?
Well, listen, I have to. His memory's a lot better than mine. Some of the stuff he was coming out with, I was surprised he remembered it. It was that long ago. But yeah, we had a really good chat, really good conversation about our days under Martin O'Neill, especially, and obviously we both played together at Bolton. So yeah, a few conversations about players he had bumped into, ex-Bolton players that he bumped into while he's been over here in England making his documentary.
Right, let's concentrate on this evening. Jerry, what are you expecting from Millwall?
Millwall, okay, so Rob Edwards, he came in, won his first game, hasn't won since. So after that first game, there'd been a bit of belief, you would have thought, around the camp. And then slowly but surely that belief, that confidence will have waned, even more so looking at the league table. So they will be desperate to get any kind of result here tonight. They will not be looking forward coming here to King Power Stadium. Make no bones about that. So as far as Leicester are concerned, do not give them any encouragement whatsoever.
Gerald, it's that time again. It's me.
Hello, Matthew.
I'll ask you this pointed question. Just one remark is that the reason Arne remembers things better than you is because he was sober and you were otherwise.
That is not strictly true, Matthew.
Certainly in instances.
Yes,
but,
yes.
Yeah, no, listen, pretty straightforward question, really. But I mean, after the weekend's victory and the comprehensivity of it, comprehensiveness of it, do you expect Leicester to sort of pick up from that point onwards? You know, the confidence has been buoyed again, hasn't it? Last couple of results, and do you think they'll not necessarily steamroll because that's not Leicester's way, but do you think they'll go for the throat from the off?
I think you'll see pretty much what we see every week, Matt, and that's, I think the start on Saturday is probably the quickest start I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
With the two wide players who were in top form, and that little guy there, MATCHDAY on your screen, at the heart of it, along with Fatawu. So I'm hoping to see that sort of tempo, but I think they're going to have to, with a style of play that they have, then it takes time to understand where the gaps are, what types of runs you're going to make, where on the pitch you're going to make them runs. It's just the nature of the beast. You have to work out how Millwall are going to set up. Are they going to do a high press, a low block, and take it from there? But as far as when they're in the attacking half, I've said it many, many times before, and I'll say it again, you get your wide players in the game early, they cause problems. And when they cause problems, Leicester invariably win games of football. So that ploy should not, should be stuck to for tonight's game. And if that doesn't work out tonight, say they're not quite in front, and then there's other avenues, as you well know. It's a multi-talented, multifaceted team.
Thank you very much, Jerry. We'll let you have a quick break again before you are live on air for co-commentary duty, a game in which you can watch for free, watch wherever you are in the world, including here in the UK as well. Just £10. All you need to do is head to Fox's Hub for that information. There you go. There's a little QR code in the bottom right of the screen there. That'll take you exactly where you need to go for the stream tonight. And Jerry was asking the question, low block, high press from Millwall. Do you think it will be either of those, a mixture of the two? That's the way that Joe Edwards will want to play.
I don't think Millwall will come here tonight and go toe-to-toe with Leicester. I think they'll do what the majority of teams have done, apart from maybe Sunderland and Leeds, and get men behind the ball, defend deep, strength in numbers, and try and hit Leicester on the counter-attack. And Enzo sort of, in his pre-match conference there, he mentioned the word patience. It might be the case that Leicester might have to be patient. Hopefully we can do what we did against Plymouth and get that early goal and build on that. But yeah, I don't expect anything else from Millwall than come in and get men behind the ball.
A role for that man in we think potentially the centre-back / left-back position tonight, Matt?
Yeah, I think it shows the faith and confidence that Maresca's got in Fast there. But as you mentioned, a more orthodox role with James Justin playing there. I mean, there's different options, really. He could have possibly put Ricardo left back, Hamza right back, and slotting in midfield, and either one of those two or a combination of. So it shows the trust that he's got and confidence in Fast. Probably more than me and you would have in that position. But again, in this division, Fass is more than capable. Although I don't know too many centre-halves who are comfortable once they get dragged out wide in 1v1 situations against proper flying wingers.
Especially a right-footed defender as well.
Yeah, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. And I think we saw that to some degree against Sheffield Wednesday, didn't we? But Maresca is that sort of... He's got that sort of makeup, hasn't he? I think as long as it's not catastrophic, if he sees potential in something, he'll persevere with it. Even if it didn't work too well first time, he'll say, no, it's in room for improvement, but signs of the ability to improve. So he's giving it another go.
I mean, we are talking about the defensive side of the team, which has been unbelievable. They've only conceded 4 goals at home.
Yeah.
6 clean sheets in their last 7 home games. The only team that's come down here and scored was Leeds in that humdinger of a game. So maybe we've been a bit overcritical of maybe one of the two of the changes, but up to now, the defence have been superb.
As have the midfield, as have the forwards. In fact, all 11 of them, or the whole squad, has been fantastic, including Harry Winks, of course, the Leicester City number 8. And he's been catching up with our commentator tonight, John Dunn, around about an hour ago.
Harry, Millwall, the opposition tonight, still adjusting to a new manager. What kind of game do you expect from them tonight?
Same as every game we play, it's going to be tough. They're going to have opportunities where they're going to probably cause problems, which we need to be aware of. But we're going to approach the game in the same way, approach every game, and focus on ourselves, how we can hurt the opposition, and hopefully come away with a good result.
Back-to-back home games in quick succession. You'll be really keen to build on the win here against Plymouth on Saturday. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's an important month of fixtures and a lot of games where we want to try and get as many points as possible, because we know it's a competitive league at the top at the moment, so we want to try and get as much points as we can, and today's, especially at home game, we want to try and come away with a win. Speaking of top of the table, Ipswich winning last night. Not that you need more incentive to win a game, but does that just give you another boost to finish tonight on top of the table?
Yeah, I think we try not to focus too much on that, because it's still, it's not even halfway through the season yet, so there's a long way to go. But of course we want to be at the top of the table as much as we can, and but the most important thing is how we perform, how we approach the game, and nothing changes in our mind. We're going to go out there and try and win.
He's a key player, Harry Winks, isn't he, in this team, Ewan?
If he's fit, he starts. It's as simple as that. He's missed that one game because he picked up 5 bookings and was suspended. You're talking about key players this season. I think Dewsbury Hall comes into mind, and that man there that we've just seen on the screen, absolutely been one of Leicester's best players. Yeah, he's in that midfield 3 again. For those of you that might be just joining us as we're building up to kick-off, just over 10 minutes to go until kick-off. 2 changes. Ricardo, one of those, will be pushing into that midfield role, won't he? He's one of the changes, as is Connor Cody. But the midfield 3 of the man we've just heard from there, Matt, Dewsbury Hall and Wilfred Ndidi, are just such an integral cog in what's been so good this season.
Yeah, well, you've got a great blend, haven't you, between the 3 of them. All got their own attributes, and I think, without any shadow of a doubt, the most sort of comprehensive midfield trio in the division, aren't they? They sort of cover pretty much all angles, even creativity. Like I said it earlier in the season, you're perhaps missing that James Maddison type player who can produce something out of nothing. But Wilfred's doing that, and Kieran Dewsbury Hall at times as well. They've got energy. They just run the socks off the opposition. They've got quality between them as well. Fair amount of power. Now they cover a lot, really, don't they?
There's a few Premier League teams that would be envious of that midfield 3.
Certainly.
Right, we do need to hand over to our commentary team very shortly. There was one promise, though, to Matt Elliott, a goal against Millwall. Yeah. We've gone all the way back in the archives to watch it, and you're not going to say a word about it. We're just going to watch it, Matt.
It's hard to do.
And thankfully, we have done it right at the end of the show, so Matt can't even get to say anything about that header. We've just seen it. That's all that matters. So we can say to Matt, we've played your Millwall goal. That's it. There is a live stream tonight, of course, as there always is on Fox's Hub of tonight's game. The key difference is those of you in the UK can also watch it. All you need to do is head on to Fox's Hub. It costs just £10 to watch it. Here's some information then on what is available to you and where you are, and we can hand over to that commentary team straight after this.
If you are watching on lcfc.com, just sit back and relax. If you are watching on social media, the live stream will finish shortly. If you want to continue enjoying our coverage, you'll need to head over to lcfc.com/Fox's Hub and purchase one of our game passes. If you are watching in a territory where the game isn't live on TV, you'll be able to watch a live video stream on Fox's Hub. Please visit lcfc.com/territories to check. If you can't find your location, live audio commentary is still available. You'll need to have an lcfc.com account before you purchase your game pass. If you already have one, please sign in and select your product at lcfc.com/Foxes Hub. Select the Buy button and you'll be taken to the payment page. Once you've followed the simple payment steps, press Continue at the bottom of the screen and you'll be taken to the Foxes Hub homepage. If you purchased a video pass, please select Watch Live from the Foxes Hub drop-down menu. If you purchased a Listen Live pass, please select Listen Live. If you purchased a seasonal or monthly video pass and the game is not being shown in your territory, please select Listen Live. If you are having a payment or technical issue, please email Leicester TV Support at streamamg.com. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy the match.
Who wants to join me shopping at King Power? 3 days